Making an aged cheese is an act of faith, not unlike raising children. We put all this work in the summer, and there's all this hope and promise, and you need to wait, in the case of cheese, many months to watch it develop and turn into something beautiful. I'm Andy Hatch. I'm the owner and cheesemaker here of Uplands Cheese in Dodgeville, Wisconsin. You're standing on our dairy farm, bright, windy June day. I got into cheesemaking almost by accident. I grew up here in Wisconsin and as a kid wanted to milk cows. My parents didn't have a dairy farm. I went to school for dairy science and was looking for a way to buy my own farm and get started. Through a family connection, I got a cheesemaking job and it sort of clicked. I arrived here as a hired cheesemaker, an apprentice cheesemaker actually, sort of low man on the totem pole, and the timing was really lucky. The family who owned it before us was ready to step away and retire. As I worked my way up through the ranks on the cheese side, Scott was doing the same on the farm side, and so together we bought it 5.5 years ago now. This style of farming has a lot to love, but scalability is not one of them, and so really committing to cows on pasture means committing to a fixed piece of land and that can support a certain number of cows and which is going to generate a certain amount of cheese. And so we really had to be in love with farming like this. Whole Foods has been probably our most important partner. They were our very first customer 20 years ago, the Whole Foods in Madison. We have grown relative to our own scale considerably since then, and Whole Foods has obviously in the last 20 years grown. It feels really lucky that we're still able to do business with a company of their size on a really personal level. A family scale dairy farm like this needs to feel for everybody like a way of life and not just a job. It's impossible to count the hours. The reward we feel in the winter when we start tasting the summer's cheeses, there's a sense of awe that there are things beyond your control happening, and you just get to bear witness sort of to that beauty. It makes you feel smaller than the whole, and that sort of reverence it feels really special.